All right, so this is a quick video. Why would you fail if you have a fleet of luxury cars? And it's going to come down to really there's 10, but five of the main ones why you're going to fail if you have a fleet of luxury cars. And let's say it's about 10 cars or 13 cars. And the problem with that is your payments. You got to average out your $600 to $1,000 a month on payment per vehicle. So if you have 10 vehicles, that's 10 grand. You need to make at least 15 grand a month off of Turo to even just break even of what time money you're going to end up losing. Just to break even. Because you got to think about it. You got to make more than half of what you're paying for to even just break even. And the reason why this is going to happen and you're not going to be realizing, hey, I am losing money when you look like you are making money, but you're not, is because your time is going to be lost because you have to do rental every day. So that's time out of your precious time of the day to go out and do this. Now, if you're doing this full time, okay, expect to lose money the first couple years. But if this is something part-time, great. It's not too much of your time being wasted because you're already going to manage how much time you're going to be needing to lose, I guess you could say, a day. So let's say you work 8 hours, 10 hours a day, and you're thinking, okay, Turo, I only got 2 hours or 4 hours a day to mess with that, and that's it. So it's like driving to the airport, giving them the car at curbside, taking off, meeting them at your establishment, at your home or whatever, or you have a lockbox, stuff like that. But you got to think about, okay, the time for me to go to the go get an oil change, unless you do it at home, go get tires changed, any type of nicks, repairs, or scratches, or whatever that's been done, go get that fixed. Tune-ups. On top of that, also, of course, you have luxury cars. Sorry to say this, they're gonna get broken into. People are gonna start stealing shit out of it, stuff like that. So, I mean, that's the problem, because these people that rent your car, they don't care where they park it. They might park it close. I mean, because you know how the average person with a nice luxury car is going to park it far. They don't want scratches. They don't want dings. They don't want a shopper car hitting it. They don't want people parking next to it. These people don't care. All right, this car is going to be in the front row at Walmart or whatever. And of course, people are just going to probably sit on it, talk around it, smoke weed around it, stuff, whatever. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. So you got to think about that. So you're thinking about the maintenance, the value of the car, of the cost of the payments, and then the depreciation after the 2 years. Let's say you bought it new, which is the biggest no-no. How much is it going to depreciate? You know, let's say you have an Audi, let's say you have a BMW, Mercedes. That's some major depreciation, especially Jaguar. That one is the crappiest car to buy out there. And then on top of that, you know, and I seen people with Maserati, but now we're getting too much. I mean, I'm talking about luxury cars that are respectable, you know, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, and what is it? Alfa Romero. Okay, all these luxury cars, they are money pits. I'm sorry, but they are. And if you thinking like I'm gonna make a good profit off it, you're not. You're going to lose money for the first couple of years, and then you'll probably make more. But the problem is the maintenance are going to catch up. The breakdowns are going to catch up, and that's when you end up losing money. I guarantee you, if you look up the people that are just have luxury cars and see all the problems, it's a big headache, okay? It's a big headache. And you think people that are showing you, oh, you know, how to own a car, a luxury car that's $100,000 for free, or I don't know, $100 a month, stuff like that. That's all bull. That's all bull. It's just for YouTube. It's just for people to try to scam you pretty much so you can watch your stuff and make them believe you. But it's a lie. Because you think realistic, like write it down. Write down the number. How much is my car payment? Probably $1,200 a month. How much is my insurance? Another $200 a month, you know, depending how old you are. And then, you know, and think about, okay, how much of the interest I'm paying? Let's say, what's my interest rate? Let's talk about the first tune-up, the first tire that pops, first vandalism on it, first wreckage. I mean, you got to look at all that and run the numbers. So save yourself a headache. Don't get into luxury cars. And I know people are out there like, Oh, I want a luxury car. Do this. If you want a luxury car and you're going to do a fleet, buy economy cars and just keep one luxury car for yourself and just make that price high so it makes it worth it being rented out, which is a good profit. And if it doesn't get rented, who cares? The rest of the cars are paying off that luxury car. And I highly advise that's what you're planning to do. Great. And this is if you're going to do a business, because if you do a business, you're going to be end up working like, oh man, like it's unorganized the hours, because it's any time frame that people rent the cars, even though you could minimize how much hours you're going to put into it a day because you put a certain hour, but you're going to have a lot of renters that are just going to mess you up. They're going to say, well, I got to be at the airport 2 hours earlier, or my plane got delayed, now it's 2 hours late, or it's going to be the next day. So, it's messing up your schedule. So if you had something planned, it's over. So that's what's the problem. So either you find ways where you have a backup, like somebody could get your car for you, you pay somebody to receive your cars or drop off the cars, or just have it where it's just one area and that's the only way they could get to it. And that's probably the best bet, where you have a lockbox and you don't have time for it. You just go check them out, clean them, and then that's it. That's all you do. Cool. But if you get luxury cars, you're going to lose money. I guarantee it. And you're battling, you're like running up a hill with a straw in your mouth, because Turo already takes 30%. All right. And then you look at the depreciation of your luxury car. I mean, it's an old situation. You're already going to be losing 70% of your profit within that first year. That's 30%. Is it even worth it? So you think, oh, I'm making this much. No, you're not. You're probably going to be average like maybe 10, 12 bucks an hour if you think about it. That's it. Is your time worth that much? You might as well get something else that makes more than that with less money into it, invested into it. Because these luxury cars, you're looking at 30, 40, 50 grand each. I mean, 10 car. I mean, dude, you're already like $500,000 if you think about it. If you got 10 luxury cars, and there's no way you're going to make 100 grand the first year. It's impossible, because all the maintenance and everything's just going to pile up. And then you got to think about the time when your car gets into wrecks and you're dealing with a Turo. And especially right now with this pandemic, they have cut the staff at Turo, which causes more time of you being wasted to get to somebody to listen to you and to reply to your emails or your voice messages and stuff like that. You think, oh, it's going to happen within a couple of hours. No, it could be a week. Think about it. They cut staff in half, more than half. And it wasn't even a big team. People think, oh, it's a lot of people. Maybe 30 people for our Turo. So you got to think about it. Oh, they cut half staff. And it's probably the staff that's like, it's you know how they say it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I'm pretty sure it's the staff that are just, people that kiss ass, or relatives to somebody that's in a higher level. And so the quality of them being a good customer service or whatever, it's to the crap. If they really got a real job, they wouldn't have got a real job. It's who they know. It's not what they know. So you got to think about it. That's what you're dealing with. It's like a restaurant that has a good cook, but terrible service. And that's where you're at. So just, do yourself a favor and run your numbers before you end up thinking, oh, I'm going to buy a luxury car, and stop fantasizing and stop listening to these Turo things where they're like, yeah, I got all these luxury cars. I'm making, 6 figures. I'm making 8, I'm making over 100 grand. You're not. You got to think about the cars, how much you lost. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be $50,000 in debt every year. That's what you're going to be. You're not making no $100,000 a year. You're actually owing $100,000 a year, pretty much. So run your numbers. This is just me telling you, hey, I get tired of people saying, oh, you make good money. Oh, yeah, I want to buy a Shelby Mustang and put it. What do you think they're going to do with that Mustang, man? And you're going to put a little tracker on it and say, hey, they do this and that. Yeah, and And when they break that rule that you make, your car's engines all seized up. And you're like, and is Turo going to help you? They're not going to help you. They're going to just be like, whatever. So I'm telling you right now, just get economy cars. Stick with that. Side hustle, great. If you do this full-time business, make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have a foundation. You have a great customer service and a good inventory. Make sure that's solid. If you don't have that solid, you will fail. And there's a lot of people that get on Turo and they fail within the first year. Some of them don't even make it the first month, and that's bad. You know, their car gets wrecked within the first week. You know, and because they put the car too cheap, where anybody wanted a car. You know, just people that are not respectable that would take care of stuff. Because you're going to find out there's going to be a lot of zero feedback people, and there's no history, so you're at a big gamble. You know, it's the same as somebody just jumped in your car and took off on it. Turo, you make it seem like they make it say, oh, they check their background check. A lot of times they have fake driver's license. Anybody could rent your car out and just be all bull. And then the sad thing, you end up being the security guy. And if you're not the security guard, and Turo said, well, they have a fake driver's license, so we can't insure you no more. How did they get on Turo in the first place? See, that's the problem. They just turn their back on you when it's time to pay up some money. Even if it's their mistake, that's the problem. So remember, imagine if you had a luxury car. That's a $30,000 bill that you just got. You could be making a payment. It's a salvage title now. Think about it. And you can't have a salvage title on Turo. All right, take care. That was it. I just didn't want people to get into Turo thinking I'm going to buy all these luxury cars to make them, $1 million supposedly, or six figures, and that's all bullshit. All right, and just look at your economy cars, study how much you're going to make. Big profit. If you're a person that buys auction cars that are not salvage, I see those people make better money. And if you look at back at my videos, the only one way I could see that one individual can make six figures with 100% profit, pretty much. Well, of course you lose 30% as a Turo. That's if you were a dealership that sells used cars and you just put the cars on Turo. Because you're selling the car and you're renting out the car. That's a win-win situation. That's the only way I can see it. And that's when you will make it. All right, take care, and hope this helps you. Bye.